Steven Pinker, The Sense of Style, The Thinking Person's Guide to Writing in the 21st Century. Embark on a journey through the art of crafting captivating prose, as you explore the summary of The Sense of Style, The Thinking Person's Guide to Writing in the 21st Century by Steven Pinker. Discover the secret techniques utilized by revered authors like Richard Dawkins and Maurice Sendak in capturing readers' imagination. Learn to adopt the timeless classic style and avoid falling into the traps of vague language and overly complex concepts. Discover the importance of syntax, voice, coherence, and creating connections in your writing, all the while keeping your message clear and engaging.
Mastering good writing. Mastering good writing is not just about following grammar and punctuation. Accomplished writers enhance their writing skills through studying good prose, avoiding clichés and banalities, and using vivid imagery to make abstract ideas more concrete. The opening line of Richard Dawkins' Unweaving the Rainbow is an excellent example of engaging prose that captures the reader's attention from the start. Margaret Fox's obituary writing demonstrates how one can neatly sum up a person's legacy in 800 words or less. Regardless of genre, the goal of most literature is to leave a strong impression on readers. The power of classic writing style. Classic writing style is the most efficient means of presenting complex information to readers in an understandable manner. This style aims to guide the reader to a clear understanding of the topic under discussion. Physicist Brian Greene presents an excellent example of classic style in his Newsweek writings, where he expertly explained the theory of the multiverse in a clear and concise manner. The classic style assumes writer and reader as equals, and writing clarity is maintained by avoiding unnecessary and analytical tendencies that often crop up in other styles. Well-presented classic texts make readers feel intelligent, while poor writing leaves them feeling lost and confused. Classic style presents information crisply and confidently without obscuring contentions with meaningless qualifications. Writing for everyone. The curse of knowledge leads writers to use incomprehensible language that can alienate their audience. Avoid technical vocabulary and abbreviations that only experts in a field will understand. Instead, opt for simpler language that communicates the same idea. If you must use technical terms, define them in context. Keep your writing concise and avoid pompous vocabulary that only muddles your point. Imagine a non-expert reader looking over your shoulder as you write, reminding you to simplify your language. Mastering English syntax. Syntax plays a significant role in making writing clearer and easier to understand. This is because sentences are built on codes that help writers create coherent and meaningful statements that conform to grammar rules. Syntax assists writers in spotting errors in their work, removing redundant or superfluous words, and clarifying confusing sentences. By mastering syntax, writers can enhance their writing skills and become more effective communicators. Active versus passive voice. The active voice and the passive voice are the two essential voices in the English language. The active voice is when the subject performs the action, while the passive voice is when the subject receives the action. While the passive voice is often frowned upon and can make a sentence wordier, it has its benefits. When used correctly, the passive voice can make a sentence more concise and help guide the reader's attention. For example, it can be used to focus on the subject rather than the person observing it. So, a good writer or editor should know when to use the passive voice to make their writing more limpid and concise. Crafting coherent text, a guide to connecting ideas. Creating a well-written text requires more than just composing compelling sentences. It involves establishing a clear topic and organizing ideas in a coherent manner. This can be achieved by using a variety of coherence relations and connecting words to establish a flow between sentences and paragraphs. Writers must strive not to bury the lead, but instead, provide a clear point of view from the start. By doing this, a text becomes intelligently designed and easy to follow. A coherent text allows the reader to track the writer's ideas and arguments and helps to avoid an incoherent mess. This guide provides practical tips on how to structure sentences and paragraphs to ensure a seamless flow of ideas, making it an invaluable resource for writers looking to create content that is engaging and easy to understand. Grammar Purism, Bane of English Language. Have you ever found yourself at the receiving end of a grammar purist's disdainful gaze for using less instead of fewer? While there are situations where the use of fewer is correct, the English language has, in many cases, accepted less as the norm. The same goes for the singular, they, which is not a grammatical error but a necessary gender-neutral pronoun. Moreover, the false rule of prohibiting split infinitives is a misguided application of Latin grammar rules to English. English grammar rules have evolved, and it's time for us to abandon these false rules and embrace the changes that have taken place. Who or whom? Have you ever been stuck between using who or whom? The distinction between the two becomes clear if you ask two questions about the actor and the one acted upon. The correct usage of whom can be subtle but not distracting, and esteemed writers like William Shakespeare prefer who as a conversational approach. By using words that sound alike but have different meanings, such as malaprops, you risk confusing your readers and yourself. Some examples of commonly misused words are disinterested instead of uninterested, and nonplussed instead of bored. Therefore, it's essential to recognize the differences between similar words such as phenomenon and phenomena, proscribe and prescribe, reticent and reluctant. If ever unsure, it's always best to consult a dictionary to avoid possible embarrassment.
In conclusion, The Sense of Style offers valuable insights into the world of engaging, concise, and effective writing. Delve into the intricacies of various writing styles, explore the critical role of syntax and voice, and learn the importance of coherence and clarity in your prose. Understand the significance of fostering a strong connection with your readers by skillfully guiding them through your ideas and arguments. By mastering these techniques and keeping your language user-friendly and purposeful, you'll truly become a maestro of crafting influential, enjoyable, and enduring prose.